Come forth, Shinron! Grant my wish! I'll never be a magical girl. Hi everybody, welcome to Let's Talk Anime. I'm Darragerous, and let's clear the air on something very important. Dragon Ball Z is one of the greatest anime that ever came out. Listen, like it, hate it, whatever, you cannot deny Dragon Ball Z is one of the greatest anime that ever existed. How many anime do you know that's been remastered multiple times, has its own abridged series, has multiple spin-off series, has a shit ton of different video games, has a whole bunch of non-canon material associated with it, as well as its own sequel series that released a gigantic theatrical movie about one of the characters? So that's why, for this episode of Let's Talk Anime, we're going to be talking about Dragon Ball. No. We're not talking about Z, GT, Super, Heroes, Xenoverse, Budokai Tenkaichi. We're talking about hardcore Dragon Ball. The best way to understand Dragon Ball is by, looking at its creator. And we are in for a real good treat for this episode because we get to talk about the one, the only, legendary manga artist, Akira Toriyama. Toriyama's origin started when he was a kid in elementary school. There was a little contest going on, and all the other kids were really big into drawing things in the style of anime characters. But Toriyama wanted to actually do something different. So he drew 101 Dalmatians. After Toriyama graduated high school, he worked for an advertising agency. Drew some pictures of some posters that were used, but he then, at one point, tried his hand at manga, and then he failed. Darkness, my old friend. But Toriyama never gave up, so he tried manga again, and he ended up making something known as Wonder Island. It was one of his first works, and it was published in Weekly Shonen Jump magazine. But it wasn't really all that, interesting. His main fame, now, this is where he did get interesting, was with his successful series known as Dr. Slump. Dr. Slump is an 80s gag manga, but not just any 80s gag manga. No. It would later play a gigantic role in the world of Dragon Ball, but that's a little later. But one thing you gotta know about Dr. Slump is that it has a lot of Western references in it. One of which being the main character, Senbei Norimaki, how he tends to kind of look like Mr. Tony Stark. So with his next series, Toriyama wanted to break away from the whole Western influence and focus more on a Eastern influence. So what better way to influence Toriyama than by referring to Journey to the West, which is the story of a monkey king named Sun Wukong who travels around the land collecting various items and meeting a bunch of people who are friends. A lot of Dragon Ball has been influenced by Journey to the West. The first arc of Dragon Ball can be summed up as this. A monkey kid who's flying on a cloud finds the magical balls of a dragon and uses them to wish for women's underwear. Okay. The real plot of Dragon Ball is this. There are these magical glowing orbs called Dragon Balls, each one with a star, from 1 to 7. If you gather all 7 of them and summon the dragon, then you can make a wish. We're introduced to a kid named Goku, who has the 4-star Dragon Ball. One day while training, he meets a girl on a motorcycle named Bulma, and then the rest is history, as they go out and travel on an adventure in which they try and find all the Dragon Balls so Bulma can wish for the man of her dreams. Or just wait a few years and then she'll meet Vegeta. Now there's about a 99.9% chance you know all the characters of Dragon Ball. Because, yeah, they all transferred from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z and so on and so forth. But they were very different than how they were then than now. For example, let's look at Goku. You've got Goku when he was a kid. And when Goku was a kid, he wasn't that smart. Even though he's still not that smart as an adult. We get to see Goku grow, get stronger, and also eat a lot. Next up, you got Bulma. Before Bulma was a genius inventor, she was already a genius inventor, except a genius searching for love. And then there's Goku's future best friend Krillin, who hated Goku at first. But over time they form an unbreakable bond of friendship. And then there's Yamcha. And get ready, okay? This is a bit of a shocker, okay? But this was during a time where Yamcha was useful. Now, a key thing about Dragon Ball is that Toriyama wanted to include some form of martial arts in the series. With that being said, we would see Goku fight a whole plethora of different enemies, such as a blue guy, a dog, and some girl. Or a mercenary who kills with his tongue. And who could forget the Red Ribbon Army? And Goku's most greatest enemy of all time, the evil King Piccolo, and his children, piano, drum, cymbal, tambourine, and Junior, which is basically modern day Piccolo. Oh, and there was this one time, okay, where Goku, fought a pterodactyl. Oh yeah, in the world of Dragon Ball, there's a whole bunch of random beasts and creatures. In fact, the president of the whole world in Dragon Ball is a dog known as King Furry, which goes to show you anybody can be president. You hear that, girl? You too can be president. And besides, you probably would have been better than King Furry. The earth keeps getting blown up under King Furry. But you'll have your time, girl. I promise you, Millie, you'll have your time. Dragon Ball is an anime that also has a very unique English dub as well. Which brings us back to one of our favorite segments of Let's Talk Anime. Crazy things said in an English dub anime. It's that time again. We're going to analyze and look at something philosophically said by a certain character in all of Dragon Ball. But this time we're going to be looking at the most wisest character of all, the great and powerful Master Roshi. How many of you ladies out there love me? Alright, a boo boo boo, a dee dee dee. I know you ladies love me because I am so studly. Alright, ow. I know I'm causing a reaction, but that's because I'm the main attraction. Come on now, ladies. Can't you see that a martial artist's life is the only life for me? Wise words, ladies and gentlemen. Wise words said by a wise hermit of martial arts. But this has been Crazy Things Said in an English Dub Anime. Check this out. Toriyama likes to connect some of his previous works together. One example would be the time Goku visited Penguin Village. If you're wondering what Penguin Village is, it's the village where Dr. Slump takes place. In which during that arc, a gay man without a shirt tried to steal the Dragon Balls but ends up getting beat up by a robotic little girl. Despite the crazy, random, bizarre nature of Dragon Ball, you cannot deny that it is a huge part of anime history. I mean, this is a series that started it all. That started Dragon Ball Z, Super, Budokai Tenkaichi, Xenoverse, Heroes, GT, everything. And that series inspired a whole bunch of different anime. In fact, Toriyama has been a direct influencer of a lot of manga artists today. And just to think, this all came from some guy living with his parents at age 25. So yeah, that was Let's Talk Anime. As usual, I am your host, Darragerous.
If you like this episode, please, I encourage you to like, comment,
subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, see the bell icon? Click it so you can get notifications. And tune in next time where we'll be talking about gangsta rap as well as samurais. Till then, peace out. That almost sounds like a porn. Dragon Ball.